That's enough. Okay. All right. So, first and foremost, who here is a football fan? Any football fans? Cool. A lot of you guys. So, who's in the Super Bowl? Anybody?
Patriots
No,
and
no.
Patriots and
and
the
who?
Eagles.
There we go. All right. So, I don't know if you see my little cup over there. I am a die-hard Eagles fan. Got the tattoo. I mean, I am definitely a big Eagles fan. And that's kind of where my story begins. Born and bred in South Philadelphia. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Philadelphia area, pretty hard area. Growing up, good thing my dad, before he had me, had a nice successful career. He was a waiter and a busboy. So my family didn't make a lot of money growing up. But he still managed to take very good care of me, put me in a Catholic school from a young age. Grew up, majority of my schooling was done in a private Catholic school despite living in the ghetto. So I had a very good upbringing. Around the time I was about 13 years old, some tragedy struck. Right around the time I was finishing up with 8th grade. Who here remembers a couple years back, everybody dumping the ice buckets on each other's heads?
Yeah.
Everybody knows about that? Who remembers what that disease was that everybody was celebrating? Well, not celebrating, but they were trying to bring awareness to. ALS. My dad, when I was 13 years old, got diagnosed with ALS. Not to jerk anybody here, but doctor told him, hey, you got 6 months to live. So we said, all right, cool. How do we make those 6 months eventful? He told us, go ahead and pack your stuff up, move down to Arizona. Mind you, we had never been to Arizona before. Within 6 months, we were in a rental home in Arizona. My mom packed everything up and we headed on down here. Shortly afterwards, began high school, finished high school, joined the Marine Corps, spent 5 years in the Marine Corps, so I'm a Marine Corps veteran, very proud of my service. One thing that my dad always taught, and going back to the whole story of my father, within about a year after we had moved down here, prior to moving down here, he was in a wheelchair. Who knows Stephen Hawking? Used to move around with a little mouthpiece. That was my father. After we had moved down here, he had began to walk again, and now he is perfectly fine, still living to this day. So, good stuff right there. We'll do applause. It's all good. So, exited the Marine Corps, moved back down here. I am a little bit going back a little bit more. I'm a proud father of a 10-month-old. My second one is on the way here in April. I am currently pursuing my bachelor's in elementary education. Well, my associate's first, and then hopefully going to transfer over to ASU to get my bachelor's. Hope to be a 6th grade teacher, and that's due in part to my time in the Marine Corps. I really seeing younger Marines grow and learn, really something that I was very passionate about. Also, children, I love working with children. My little boy, I mean, I can't wait to get out of here and go home to him. He's a little bundle of joy. The greatest lesson I've ever learned in my life was perseverance. My father being the prime example of that, he really set the example. Went from being in a wheelchair thinking this man was going to die right before my eyes to, hey, he's standing up, he's walking. He was actually just in my house putting up drywall not too long ago, so I mean, he's doing very well. The quote that I am very fond of that I want to leave with you guys today is by the late, great, who I believe to be the best president, Mr. Theodore Roosevelt, and that is walk lightly but carry a big stick, and that is something I definitely pride myself on. My time in the Marine Corps was very eventful, and I feel like I walk around with a bit of a burden on my shoulders, but I still kind of remain optimistic and just strive to be the best I can be. And that's all I got for you guys.